Today we're going to make this beautiful spring wreath out of coffee filters and some other Dollar Tree items. Hi everybody, Sarah here. Today we are going to make a coffee filter wreath, and I think this will be a fun project. I think just switching out some decorations, it'll be able to take us through several seasons. So we are going to go ahead and get started with this easy project. Now for the regular size, the 8 to 12 cup coffee filters, I've gone ahead and gotten a 16-inch wreath so that the coffee filters will not take up an inordinately large amount of space in the middle and make the wreath too terribly closed off in the middle. So the first thing you need to do is just have several coffee filters available. This is so simple, you're not going to believe it. The hardest part for me will be getting the coffee filters separated out. Okay, the first thing you want to do is take your coffee filter and fold it in half, and then you want to fold it again in half so you have it quartered, and then you just run it through your fingers like such, and bending the end down a little bit so that it's flat on the bottom. All we're going to do is take our hot glue gun, add a dollop of hot glue, and we're going to stick the coffee filter right to the wreath. Right now this is going to take some time, and I'm betting this will take about 400 to 600 coffee filters, and it will take a little bit of time, so find a good movie or something that you want to watch on Netflix, and let's get started. Here we are with our first layer of coffee filters done and on our wreath. And this is, I would say, about 60-65 coffee makers. So we are on to start filling out the rest of the wreath. For the second row, I'm just going to start in and kind of offset the next set of coffee filters with the first. here's the finished wreath. This thing came out huge. I love it. It's nice and full, and I can see so much potential for this wreath. I just can't wait to get started and use it in some different projects. Now, there's a couple spots, and they're not showing up really well on camera, where one of the coffee filters is just sticking out further than it should, and in order to fix that, we're simply going to trim it just a little bit. Just trim that off of there, give it a nice, neat, uniform appearance, and it is ready to go. But for the most part, I don't think anything really even needs trimmed too much on here. Just, you know, a couple little spots, and that's it. Now, in order to hang this, I'm simply going to flip it over backwards. And taking a pipe cleaner, I'm going to cut it in half. And I'm going to make a couple small holes in the back of my wreath, kind of pointing at an upward angle. And I'm going to stick my pipe cleaner in there, and using some hot glue, I'm going to seal that into the back of my styrofoam wreath. All right, and I'm going to let that dry for a minute, and then when that, fold it up, so this will be the top of it, and that will give a nice tight hold, and it will actually hold quite a bit of weight this way when it's all dry. To decorate the wreath, I found in my stash this laser cut Easter bunny, and it was left over, one of the things I picked up on clearance last year after the holiday. So what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to give it a base coat of white, and then I'm going to go over it with this Waverly, it's called Ballet Slipper Pink. I'm going to do a dry brush technique on that, just to bring in a little bit of color onto the bunny. Now that I have the bunny painted and dry brushed, I'm going to go ahead and take it's just a brown marker. It does have a longer brush tip, and I'm going to go around inside where I've gotten paint on the cuts and just kind of go around with my brown marker and disguise it, because I do like the laser cuts and I don't want it to look really sloppy on the inside. Taking some of the stems that I picked up at Dollar Tree, I'm just going to trim off the individual flower stems, and then I'm going to arrange them how I like on the wreath, up along one side, and then I will be putting the bunny that we made on the bottom corner. Right now, I'm just going to play around with the flowers and lay them out until I kind of have them in a shape that I like. Okay, and I think that's about how I want my flowers. And then the bunny is going to go right about here. So what I want to do is go ahead and work on trimming and hot gluing my flowers onto the wreath just like they are, without moving them around too much. So here's the finished wreath, and I absolutely love the way this thing came out. It is just gorgeous. I can't wait to get it hung. I'm going to take it downstairs right now and hang it in the dining room. I can't wait to get this up, and I'm just really excited about the way this came out. I knew when I saw some of the coffee filter crafts that it was something I really wanted to try, And this first project I'm in love with. So there will be more coffee filter crafts to come, guaranteed. You guys have a great day, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.
If you liked this video, please be sure to hit that like button as well as share it with friends who may also enjoy it. If you like my channel, hit that subscribe button, and when the notification bell pops up, be sure you hit that as well so you never miss a video.